Hello everybody, this is Parveen and I welcome you to yet another episode of the App DNA channel where we talk about all things apps. Today we'll be looking at a course planner app that you can use for your educational institutes, and we'll be building this on Zoho Creator, our low-code platform. What is a low-code platform? A low-code platform is meant for developers and non-developers alike, where we use a drag-and-drop interface to drag elements, write some workflows, and deploy apps quickly. Today, before building our course planner app, we will look at the essential features that this course planner app should have. Any course planner app should allow you to create new courses, assign staff to them, and then allow your students to register for these courses. Our course planner app today will have 5 essential features. The first feature is that it should allow you to add staff to your app. The second is that it should allow you to create new courses. The third is that it should allow your students to enroll for these courses. The fourth feature is that it should allow you to have a course limit so that only a particular number of students can register for these courses. And the fifth is that it should have a course calendar dashboard through which your students and the admin can know which all courses will fall on which all dates. You will find that app building becomes much more structured once you know all the features that your app should have. Now I will log into Zoho Creator so that we can start building our first form, which will be to add staff to our app. We log on to creator.zoho.com where we will be building our course planner app. Here we have 2 options to either create a new application, or if you have been using your spreadsheets to manage your courses already, then you can simply import them and an app will be created for you right away. I'll click on the new application and this takes me to the app gallery page where we have more than 50 apps ready made for you. You can simply install them and start using them right away. But I want to show you how easy it is to create your own app. So I'll create one from scratch and I'll name it as Course Planner 2018. Hit create. And it takes you to the app builder where you have to create your forms, your workflows and everything. It asks me to create a new form. Since I want to add staff for my app, I'm going to create a new form. I'm going to create it from blank and I'm going to name it as staff. Hit create. And this is the drag and drop builder that I was talking to you about, where we have to drag these data elements and drop them to build our form. So for my staff, I want to know their name. So I simply use the name field here. Then I want to know their email and then their phone number. Now I hit done and I can go to access my application, which will take me to the live mode of the app. Is where we see our app running, whereas the builder mode is where we create our app. So now you see that the staff form is ready. So let's say that I'm the first staff. So I will quickly enter my name here. And I hit submit. Every form, when you submit it on Creator, automatically gets recorded in the report. So when you see the all staffs, this is the report that has been created. And here you find my name listed in the staff. So our first feature of creating a form to add staff is done. We have seen how easy it is to build forms, so we will move on to the second feature where we will be building a form to add courses to our app. To capture our courses, we will go back to edit this application where we will be building a new form in our edit mode. So we will build the next form the same way we built the staff form from blank, and I'm going to name it as course. Now in my course form, I want to know the name of the course, so I'm going to drag and drop the single line field and rename it as course name. Then I'm going to use a special field called lookup, which is used to relate 2 forms so that you can access the data residing in another form for our current form. So in lookup, I'm going to need the staff form's name field so that I can look up the staff and assign them to the particular course that I want to. Next, I want the number field so that I know the number of entries. I'm going to name it as number of entries. So this is the maximum number of seats that are available for this course. And then I'm going to use the date fields for the start date and the end date of the course. So the start date of the course. And the next one would be the end date of the course, and rename it as end date. So our course form is also done. I hit done and I access this application, and it's time to start adding our courses. So let's say the first course name is Maths and the staff is Parveen. So you see how the lookup works. Now I can access the staff data that is residing in the staff form. Let's say the number of entries is 10, start date, end date, and hit submit. So in the all courses report, you can find your maths residing here. So you can keep adding courses with the course form, and our second feature, the course, is done. We have assigned staff to our courses. Now we will build a registration form through which our students can enroll for the courses that they want to. To start enrolling students in our courses, we have to create a new form, and this one would be the registration form. Now to register the students, I would want to know their name, email, and the course they are opting for. So we will quickly drag and drop the name field, rename it as student name. If you want to identify them with some ID, then we can use the number field as well and name it as student ID. Then I'm going to use the mail field and the lookup so that they can choose the courses. Now in this lookup, I'm going to use the course form and the course name and hit done. Now I can go to access this application to see my student registration form, and here it is. Now I'm not gonna add any data in this because I want a mail to be triggered to my students every time that they are registering for the course. For this, we will be creating a workflow in the edit mode. Now I will show you how to create this workflow. We hit add here, go to workflow. I want to trigger this workflow while using the form. Choose form, registration form, run when a record is created, and name my form as notify mail. Create workflow and add a new action here. So the action is notification, send email from Zoho admin user ID to the form filled this email. Subject is, hey, you have registered the course. So registration successful is the subject, and the message would be hey, you have successfully registered for the course, and for the course name I can use insert field button here where I can find the course name, and this would fetch the course name for me. I hit save, and now I will go to access this application and create the first registration. So let's say that the student name is also me, so student ID is 1, email is, and the course is Maths 101. Hit submit, and now I will go to my mail to check if I got any notification mail. And yes, I did get the registration successful mail. The subject is registration successful, and the mail is, hey, you have successfully registered for the course Maths 101. So this is how we create mail notification workflows, and now we have enrolled our students with the registration form. So the third feature is completed. Now we will look at workflows, and this workflow is important because we need to set a limit to the number of students who can register for each course. So we'll look at how course limiting works in this app. We need to create a workflow that will ensure that the course registration is limited to the students only to the courses which have the requisite number of seats. For this, we will go on to create a new workflow. I want to trigger the workflow while using the form registration. Run when a record is created, and I'll name my workflow as set course limit. Add a new action on the custom action of onload. So when the form loads, this workflow will be triggered. This is the Deluge workspace where we have the Deluge tasks that can be dragged and dropped just like we build the form. Deluge tasks are nothing but blocks of code which can be used. So I'm going to first use the create list code because I want to create a list of all the available courses where the courses which have the requisite seats will be added. So let's name our variable as get all available courses. Now that we have a list that will capture all the available courses, we need to fetch data from our course form so that we know the registrations which have reached the limit. And if it has not reached the limit, then I want to add those courses to this list. So we will first fetch the data. And for that, I'm going to use the for each record here. So I'll name the variable each course in the form course. Field is ID not equals 0. What this line does is it goes to my course form, and for all the records which are not null, this loop is going to run. Now that I have it, I will use the fetch record task here, and I'm gonna name my variable as get registration count. Now this variable will get the registration count from the registration form. So it fetches the data of how many students have already registered for a particular course. The field is course equals my variable each course dot id. Now once it knows the particular variable, it would fetch the count with the help of. Now I have to check if the limit has been reached. And for that, I will use the if condition here. So if each course dot number of entries is greater than my get registration count, then I want to add that course to my list. Get all available courses dot add each course ID. Now that we know whether the course limit has been reached, for all the courses where the limit is still there, I want to add them to my drop down. And this we will do with the help of the add append item here. So it asks me where I want to add. So the field that I want to add is input.course ui.add, and I want it to be in my list get all available courses. So this is the coding part here. I hope you understood it. I will reiterate it for you once again. First we create a list and I name it as get all available courses. Then I go to my course form and fetch the data with the help of this variable get registration count. It goes to my registration form, it finds the courses and gets the count of the total registration. And once I know the total registration count, I check whether the each course variable here, so the number of entries in my course, if it exceeds the total registration count in the registration form, then I ask that course to be added to my list, and then I add it to my drop down. So this is the coding part. Once I save it, now we are done with our coding, and this time when I access my application, after I have the maximum number of entries, I will not be able to see the courses once again. I will show you this concept, but first I will create the course calendar dashboard. Our app is almost ready, but in the fifth feature, we'll be creating a course calendar through which our students can see their calendar where all their courses will be enlisted. To create the calendar dashboard, I go to the plus symbol here and create a new report. This would be a calendar report based on the form course, and I'll name the event title as course name. The event date starts with the start date and ends with the end date, and I'll name my report as the course calendar. And my calendar has been prepared. I will access my application and see how the course calendar looks like. When I go to the course calendar, you see that the Maths 101 appears here. It starts on Friday and it ends on Tuesday. So this is how our calendar will look like. We'll have a quick demo of our course planner app so that you can see the app in a nutshell. Let's have a quick recap of our app now. I will name a new staff. Let's name them as Mr. Pokemon. The email ID will be mine. And hit submit. Now when I go to all staff, I see that Mr. Pokemon is there. Now I will add a new course for Mr. Pokemon, and I'll name the course as Pokemon Go. 101. The staff is Mr. Pokemon. The number of entries is 1 so that I can check out my course limit workflow. The start date is 28 and date first, and hit submit. Now when I go to all courses, I see that the Pokemon Go 101 is assigned to Mr. Pokemon and the number of entries is 1. And when you go to the course calendar, you see that the Pokemon Go is right here in my course calendar. So from here, the staff and the students can check their courses in the calendar. Now I'll go to the registration aspect, and I as a student will enroll for Pokemon classes. The course is Pokemon Go, hit submit. And now in the all registrations, you see that I have already registered for Pokemon. Now I'll go to the mail and see if I got the mail notification. And here the registration is successful. Hey, you have successfully registered for the course Pokemon Go. Now I will check if I can still register for the course because the course limit was only 1. So let's go to the registration form, and this time when I have a demo and I try to click on the course, you see that the Pokemon Go is not available. I can see only maths. So when a new student wants to register for a course which has reached its limit, it is not going to show up in the course. So I can only opt for maths because Pokemon is already filled up. So our course limit workflow is also working. So this is our course planner app in a nutshell, and hope you'll find it very useful to plan your courses accordingly. Let's have a quick look at the course planner app that is there in the app gallery and see what our developers have created for us. To check out the app gallery, we have to go to creator.zoho.com, and when we click on the new application, we go to the app gallery page, and here we type the course planner app and install it right away. So if you don't want to build this app, you can simply install the application and start using it. I'll just see what extra features they have here. So their app is much more visually appealing with a dashboard here where I can check out my total number of students, the total tutors, courses, and there is also a payment section here. You can have your own profile management here where, as you can see, the student name, the mail, and everything appears. There is course settings form where you can enable the notification, customer portal. You have people here, you have active candidates, tutors, pending candidates. So there are a host of other things here. There are payments. So you can even include payments, multiple courses, multiple tutors, and maintain student profile with this app. So I would want you to install this app and check for yourself what you can do with it. But I'd recommend that you first try your hands on creating the app yourself. I hope you enjoyed building this app with our creator platform, and for more such apps, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. If you have any doubts, then shoot them in the comments below and I'll get back to you immediately. Till then, keep making apps and be happy.